Hello, good to see you again. Do you remember what we were looking at last week? Last week we thought about how everything that exists sings God's goodness and His kindness towards us. That when we look out of the window, everything that we see speaks to us about how much God really loves us. And we finished off thinking about God's special book, the Bible. And in the Bible, how He explains and really shows us what that love is like. Well, this week, we're going to start looking at the Bible properly. We're going to begin in the beginning, in the perfect home.
In the beginning, there was nothing. Nothing to hear, nothing to feel, nothing to see. Only emptiness and darkness and nothing but nothing. But God was there. And God had a wonderful plan.
I'll take this emptiness, God said, and I'll fill it up. Out of the darkness I'm going to make light, and out of nothing I am going to make everything. Like a mummy bird flutters her wings over her eggs to help her babies hatch, God hovered over the deep, silent darkness. He was making life happen.
And God spoke. That was all. And whatever He said happened.
God said, "Hello, light," and light shone into the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. "You're good," God said, and they were.
Then God said, "Hello, land." And there, splashing up through the oceans, came cliffs, mountains, sandy beaches. "You're good," God said, and they were.
Hello, trees, God said. Hello, grass and flowers. And everything, everywhere, burst into life. He made buds bud, shoot shoot, flowers flower. You're good, God said, and they were.
"Hello, stars," God said. "Hello, sun, hello, moon," and whizzing into the darkness came fiery globes spinning around and around, whirling orange and purple and golden planets. "You're good," God said, and they were.
"Hello, birds," said God. And with a fluttering and a flapping and a chirping and a singing, birds filled the skies. "Hello, fish," God said. And with a darting and a dashing and a wriggling and a splashing, fish filled the seas. "You're good," said God, and they were.
Then God said, "Hello, animals," and everyone came out to play. The earth was filled with noisy noises, growling and gobbling and snapping and snorting and happy scuffling. "You're good," God said, and they were.
God saw all that He had made, and He loved them. And they were lovely because He loved them. But God saved the best for last. From the beginning, God had a shining dream in His heart. He would make people share His forever happiness. They would be His children, and the world would be their perfect home.
So God breathed life into Adam and Eve. When they opened their eyes, the first thing they ever saw was God's face. And when God saw them, He was like a new dad. "You look like me," He said. "You're the most beautiful thing I've ever made." God loved them with all of His heart, and they were lovely because He loved them. And Adam and Eve joined in the song of the stars and the streams and the wind in the trees, the wonderful song of love to the one who made them. Their hearts were filled with happiness, and nothing ever made them sad or lonely or sick or afraid.
And God looked at everything that He had made. "Perfect," He said. And it was. But all the stars and the mountains and oceans and galaxies and everything were nothing compared to how much God loved His children. He would move heaven and earth to be near them. Always. Whatever happened, whatever it cost him, he would always love them. And so it was that the wonderful love story began.
Okay, craft time. How about you make one of these? Some creation bunting. Here's one I made earlier. How about you get your grown-up to cut out some numbers 1 to 7 and draw the different things that God made on that day. And then punch a little hole in it, put it on some string and hang it up in your bedroom or in your dining room or whatever you fancy. Give it a go.